Oh, you thought that Yandy and Mies were the ideal hip-hop and love couple. Well, no, baby. This drama just took a turn for the worse. By worst, I mean that it destroyed their relationship, destroyed their career, and caused a scandal to blow up because rumors are circulating that Mies didn't just lose his temper. The worst part is that it all happened in front of cameras, with fans screaming and Yandy, oh honey, the way she. Messes exploded because you weren't prepared, and you'll understand why he went completely crazy when you learn what Yandy did and who was involved. Let's just say that Scrappy's name is being circulated and that the receipts are burning. But it didn't end there because after Messes was pulled out by security, Yandy wasn't finished and was captured on camera saying something that might have in Mendeecees' entire career, and Scrappy the man entered the room as if he knew what was going to happen. You had better fasten your seatbelt because the tea I'm about to spill is messy and nasty, and trust me, it's far from over. Oh honey, if you thought that Yandy and Mies were living happily ever after, think again. I mean scorched earth when I say that. Let's go back and examine how we got here because this wasn't an overnight breakdown. Rather, it was years in the making. Yandy and Mendeecees have been one of the most well-known couples in love and hip-hop for years, and fans have watched them endure all the cheating scandals, legal troubles, and, according to insiders, the shady business moves, and during it all, Yandy by Mies looked like the ultimate ride-or-die chick. However, behind closed doors, it appears that Messes wasn't displaying the same loyalty. Word on the street is that Moses has been moving shady for a while, and Yandy, oh honey, has been hiding the truth the entire time. However, last night, everything fell apart. They appeared picture perfect from the outside when they entered an upscale Atlanta lounge together. Yandy was wearing a designer dress, and Moses was sporting a new lineup. However, insiders claim that things were already off from the moment they entered, with Yandy looking tense and her face tight while Messes was glued to his phone. From there, witnesses claimed that things began to fall apart. Seated in the VIP area when Scrappy entered. Yes, Scrappy and Mies have a complex relationship. Although they appear to be cool on the outside, there has been tension behind the scenes for a while, and last night it blew up. According to one source who was in the lounge, Scrappy went to the VIP area and hugged Yandy, and Mies' face lit up right away. After Scrappy left the table, witnesses claimed that Yandy leaned over to N and said something that made his entire body tense. He then slammed his glass down on the table and said, "So that's what we're doing." Yandy calmly replied, "I don't know what you're talking about, baby." And that's when it got messy. Reportedly got up and said, "Don't play with me, Yandy. Don't sit here in my face and act like you don't know what's going on." Yandy rolled her eyes and said, "If you're so pressed, why don't you go ask Scrappy?" M's face turned red. He leaned down and said, "What the hell is that supposed to mean?" With gritted teeth, Yandy said, "Oh honey," and she didn't even blink. "I think you know exactly what it means." Security began to move in when DC's hands began to shake as he took a step toward Yandy. However, before they could reach him, Maces grabbed Yandy's arm, not so hard that it hurt her, but enough to draw attention, and Yandy snatched it away, saying, "Don't touch me." Then, Moses lost it and flipped over the table, sending glasses and bottles flying. When security rushed in to restrain him, he was screaming at the top of his lungs, "Who the hell do you think you are, Yandy? You think you can make a fool of me and Yandy?" "Oh baby," she just smiled. "Maybe you should ask Scrappy." "Oh my God," he said. "Tell me the truth, Yandy. I deserve to know." And Yandy stood there fixing her hair, seemingly unconcerned. And then guess who entered? Scrappy, yes, entered with a completely laid-back appearance. He made eye contact with Moses as security pulled him toward the door, and as you can see by the smirk on his face, Moses yelled, "It's him. He was having sex behind my back," and Yandy didn't deny it. Perhaps you should have been paying more attention though. Oh my God. Mez lunged toward Scrappy, but security had already pulled him back, and Scrappy simply shrugged and said, "That's just the way it is, bro." At that point, insiders claimed that Mies is going crazy behind the scenes, having already contacted his lawyers and preparing to cut off all financial and emotional ties with Yandy. According to a source familiar with the matter, Mies feels deceived not only by Yandy, but also by Scrappy. The question now is how long this has been going on. Did Yandy really cheat on me with Scrappy? And why isn't Scrappy even attempting to deny it? The most absurd part is that this is only the beginning because insiders claim that Yandy isn't even trying to hide it. The morning after the incident, Yandy posted a mysterious Instagram story that read, "What's done in the dark always comes to light." Mendeecees is going to give his side of the story, and the details he's going to share will rock the foundations of hip-hop and love. So what will happen next? Will Yandy lose everything, or will Mendeecees emerge from as the victim? Oh honey, you had better stay locked in because the next part of this story will be even messier. Was awful. You haven't seen anything yet because after security dragged Moses out of that lounge, things quickly descended into chaos. The worst part is that this wasn't just a casual argument or miscommunication. Rather, it was personal, and the way Yandy and Scrappy handled it is going to turn M's life into a living hell. Let's pick up where we left off, with DC yelling at Yandy in front of half of Savannah. According to insiders, after Mies was dragged out of the lounge, Yandy didn't even immediately leave. Instead, she sat down again, ordered another drink, and continued to talk to Scrappy as if nothing had happened. Witnesses claimed that Scrappy leaned toward Yandy and whispered something in her ear. Scrappy stood there looking smug as hell, and the fact that Yandy didn't even try to deny it. Oh honey, that's when everyone knew this was much deeper than just a fight. What that means is that if Yandy was so at ease sitting with Scrappy after her man was just escorted out by security, then this situation wasn't new and had been going on behind the scenes for some time. However, things get worse because later that night, Yandy and Scrappy were spotted together once more, and yes, they were captured on camera after leaving the lounge. They weren't exactly trying to be low-key when they pulled up to a fancy hotel in downtown Atlanta, and guess what? It didn't stop there. The very next morning, Yandy shared an Instagram story that sent the internet into a frenzy. In it, Yandy was sitting in the passenger seat of a car while Scrappy drove with the caption, "Oh honey, it was shady as hell, what's done?" Excuse me, but in the dark always comes to light. Fans started piecing together the details right away. Comments said things like, "Wait, is Yandy really messing with Scrappy? So DCs weren't crazy. Yankees really been doing this, Scrappy and Yandy. Oh baby, this is messy." Within hours, The Shade Room, TMZ, and Hollywood Unlocked were all reporting on it. Yandy really left Mendeecees for Scrappy after a public meltdown with Mendeecees, according to the headline that went viral on Twitter. The comments were so intense that the internet went crazy. Scrappy is out there destroying marriages, so Mendeecees must be sick right now. But this is the part that really made things go out of control because Mendeecees wasn't going to let Yandy and Scrappy get away with this. Oh no, baby. According to people close to the matter, M's manager called him right away after seeing the pictures of Yandy and Scrappy together. And when I tell you, M did, baby. According to sources, he was pacing his house and screaming into the phone because he truly believed she could play me like this. At that point, M decided he wasn't going to sit back and look foolish, but rather was going to put Yandy and Scrappy on the defensive. Apparently, M called up one of his close friends, who also happens to be the owner of one of Atlanta's most popular gossip blogs. According to the insider, Mendeecees told his friend that the affair between Yandy and Scrappy has been going on for months. Yes, months, while Mies was away taking care of business. In their attempt to expand their empire, Yandy was secretly meeting with Scrappy, and the worst part is that Mendeecees allegedly discovered evidence of this. According to reports, Mendeecees has text messages from Yandy's phone that show her scheduling meetings with Scrappy, and some of those messages are from when Mendeecees was out of town on business. Oh honey, Yandy truly believed she could get away with this, and it gets worse because guess who allegedly knew about the Yes, Erica Banks has allegedly been having an affair for months. According to some sources, she even warned me that something was happening between Yandy and Scrappy, but I didn't believe her. One insider said that Erica told me that Yandy was acting strangely, but I thought she was just being messy. Now, however, I'm realizing that Erica was correct the entire time. Really set Messy off because, apparently, Yandy and Scrappy weren't even attempting to conceal it. Excuse me, but Mies isn't the kind to back down and leave. Rumor has it that Mies is already in negotiations with a major blog to do a candid interview, and the things he's going to reveal about Yandy and Scrappy will rock the industry as a whole. The most absurd thing is that, according to insiders, this is far from over. The question now is how long this has been going on. Did Yandy and Scrappy really think Moses wouldn't find out? And why isn't Yandy even trying to deny it? Scrappy, oh honey, may think he won this round, but when Mies finally gives his side of the story, oh baby, it's going to be explosive. They are planning to confront Scrappy face-to-face at the next Love and Hip Hop reunion, and when that happens, it will be explosive. Be game over. Because the next part of this story is going to get even messier than the last one. If you thought the fallout from the scandal was messy, then buckle up, because the next part of this drama is going to completely upend the world of love and hip hop, and the way Human D is acting behind the scenes is going to throw Yandy and Scrappy for a loop. As you already know, the love and hip hop fan base thrives on drama, and after Yandy and Scrappy were spotted together at that hotel, the internet went into full meltdown mode. I'm talking about Twitter trends, Instagram stories, and fans literally picking sides. We left off because of how things escalated after M's meltdown at the lounge, and it's worse than you think. Some people were on Team Yandy. Mies had it coming, according to those who defended him, saying that Yandy was inappropriate for playing around with Scrappy, especially given how close M and Scrappy used to be. However, the true issue was not just the betrayal. No, it was the public humiliation that drove him insane, as his name was now being tarnished on every blog and social media site imaginable. According to insiders, Messy wasn't going to overlook that. After the hotel pictures of Yandy and Scrappy appeared on the internet, Messy immediately went into revenge mode. One source close to Messy claimed that he wasn't even angry about Yandy cheating anymore, but rather about the disrespect he felt from Yandy and Scrappy, and that he was going to play them both. Oh honey, the moves Messy started making behind the scenes are cold. First, according to sources, Mies contacted Love and hip-hop executive producer Moma Scott Young and demanded that Scrappy be removed from the upcoming season. Yes, honey, Mies is attempting to have Scrappy fired. Mies told Mona straight up that it was either him or me, and Mona isn't going to pass up an opportunity for some high-stakes drama, and rumors have it that Mona agreed to sit down with M's Yandy and Scrappy for a one-on-one clash, and guess what? The cameras will be rolling, but this is where things get even more twisted because it seems like Mies wasn't only trying to get Scrappy removed from the show. No, baby, he's also coming for his bag. According to insiders, Mies is already discussing with his legal team the possibility of suing Scrappy for emotional distress and interference with his rights, not for cheating. Yep, Moses is asserting that Scrappy's actions have caused financial damages because the scandal has allegedly scared off some of M's business partners. The worst part is that, according to sources, Mendeecees has receipts, honey, that show that she and Scrappy were dating while she was out of town taking care of business and that Yandy was misusing money from their joint business account to finance trips with Scrappy. Oh honey, that's fraud, and if Mies can prove it in court, Scrappy and Yandy are both in trouble. When the hotel photos were released, Yandy went on Instagram Live, and the shade she threw was sitting there drinking wine, listening to Beyonce's Irreplaceable, and flipping her hair as if she didn't have a care in the world. And the caption goes on, but Scrappy, oh honey, the audacity of this man, posted a selfie the following day with the caption, "Loyalty over everything, excuse me." At this point, the fans were furious because Scrappy was discussing loyalty in light of what he had just done to me. But according to insiders, Mies isn't just going to expose them. Oh no, baby, he's going to ruin them. He's already gotten in touch with TMZ and the Shade Room, and he's ready to give them an exclusive interview in which he spills the beans. By everything, I mean everything. Rumor has it that Mies is ready to reveal the business deals that Sandy made behind M's back and the secret meetings that she had with Scrappy. Back financial records reveal that Yandy used M's money to finance her trips with Scrappy. Oh my God, and Scrappy, oh honey, he's going to feel the heat too. According to reports, Mendeecees is already working with his legal team to prevent Scrappy from signing any new music deals or working on any future love and hip-hop projects. While Yandy may be acting calm on Instagram, insiders claim that she is worried behind the scenes. According to sources, Mona is already planning a special sit-down episode with Sandy Mays, Scrappy, and Baby. It's going to be explosive, and the craziest part is that Mendeecees isn't even finished yet. On the street, Mona Scott Young has already contacted her to ask her to control the situation, but Mona, oh honey, Mona smells the ratings. You really think Mona is going to stop this drama from playing out on national television, but nope. However, it appears that Mies is working on a diss track. Yes, honey, according to insiders, Mies has already recorded some brutal lines that will be included in the song. You smiled in my face while lying in his bed, thinking I wouldn't find out, but you misread me. I put you on and gave you a name, and now you're out here treating me like I'm to blame. Excuse me, and the worst part is Scrappy. According to an insider, Scrappy told a friend that if Mies drops that song, it's war. Now the question is how Yandy will handle this. After all this drama, is she really going to stay with Scrappy? Is Mies really going to ruin them both forever? Or is this just another love and hip-hop ploy to get more screen time? And Scrappy, honey, does he really think M's going to overlook this, since Scrappy might be permanently destroyed if that diss track is released and Mez actually follows through on that lawsuit? So is Yandy going to lose everything, or will MC be the one to leave looking like the villain? And Scrappy, oh honey, thinks he won this round. The game is far from over, so stay locked in, because when that interview drops and that diss hits the charts, oh honey, what do you think, Yandy? Did he really betray me? Was M already moving shady behind the scenes? And was Scrappy really that cold? Or is there more to the story? Oh honey, this drama is just beginning, and you know the next love and hip-hop reunion will be explosive. Will Mies drop the diss track and permanently end Scrappy's career? Is Yandy really supporting Scrappy? Because this scandal is far from over, she is simply playing the long game. Please share your ideas in the comments below. Hit the like button and remember to subscribe. Above and